All right, everybody, how we doing out there? My son wants to know your Navy rank. Well, Becky Gutzler is in the house, and I welcome everybody that's here. I am watching the feed both on Facebook and YouTube. I will say this, that we are live, obviously, YouTube. We're going to be live on Facebook for a little while. I'll probably end the live show, at around 9:28 or so it'll go right into the other show, which is the promo show. So hopefully people will figure out that it's a non-live show and they will come over here to YouTube. Mike, Sarah, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Cesar, the brother-in-law of one of my favorite ladies, Marie, my nurse friend from Pennsylvania. And Becky, my rank in the Navy was Chief Petty Officer, which is why, if you ever look at my captain's hat, it has a big, large gold anchor on the left side here, which is where you would normally carry your anchor. I do want to say that there is some good news tonight. Okay, over here on Facebook, Marie Williams, benvenuto, 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 and Cindy Madro, hey, we got a bunch of Italians in the house. Good to see that. Now Miss Cindy Madro Corman is here as well. If you are here on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Impossible olvidarme. Now I believe that's Cesar's. Is it the wife or the niece, or actually would be the wife or her daughter or his daughter? I know it's family. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. The link is right above you. And pending other things, we're actually going to be. I was thinking about a contest. And as you know, not able to get on YouTube. Wow, why is that, Gamal? Can't you? Did you click the link? Did you click the link above? Click the link. Stay here. Click the link, because I don't know. That's why I put the actual live link here on Facebook. I'm going to be doing that, so this way you can click the link here in the feed. It should get you right over to the YouTube feed. So I don't know why. See if that works. Without further ado, I'm going to get into, obviously, my Thursday night, which I would normally do the Raider Nation goings ons, but I want to get into a larger show. So what we're going to do tonight, straight up, is we will fade right into the Captain Jack news and views. We'll start with that, and get to the right area here because I pushed it on. So there we are. With starting out, we're going to go right into the quick hits of the evening. And these are the things that I was talking about earlier with in the promo for the show. And it's very important. We're actually talking sports, which is great. By the way, if excuse me, if we go to the large shot, we are watching Taken on the big screen. So if you see some definitive weird stuff, it's the movie Taken with Liam Neeson. Great film. College sports is coming through in the fact that we are starting to get a run on what we might be able to see in the near future coming up in this COVID-plagued era. Obviously, we're about ready to start with the bubble of basketball in Orlando. We'll see how that goes. So we're looking for that. Baseball is coming up at the end of the month. Actually, in about 2 weeks, they're actually doing their spring training right now. And by the way, Country Joe West has definitely made a fool of himself again. So that's just effed up. And by the way, I'm allowed to say effed up, and we'll talk about that in a little bit more. But the Ivy League has announced that they are not going to have any sports this fall. That was the first shoe. Now, the second shoe was when the Big Ten today said that they are only going to play within the Big Ten this year, starting this year, obviously for 1 year while the pandemic is going on. And why is that significant? Well, the Big Ten, as you know, when you have intra-divisional play, I actually said inter, but when you go from one conference, one conference play to another conference, like say the Notre Dame USC, that's from one division. Although Notre Dame doesn't play in a conference this year, or actually other than in football it doesn't. But you have ACC, SEC, you have Pac-12 versus Big 12. There's matchups that play out, and they make a lot of money. But this year, the Big Ten, which had a couple of big contests, stated that they're not going to have that this year. And so that's a lot of money on the table. And so it begs the question as to what will be done next. What will be done next? And thank you there, Don. There you go. Doc, just blast out exactly what I am. Retired Navy Chief Intelligence Specialist. Will tell the world. Well, that's my boy Doc. Anyway, which is why when people were kind of talking to me the other day, I was like, dude, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. He wants to know stuff I can't talk about. There you go. But again, what is this going to mean for all of the other conferences? What are they going to do? And it's going to cause some chaos amongst when you have these teams that maybe are I don't think anybody's going to go unless they have like a cupcake conference, which the Big Ten kind of is in some divisions. They might have undefeated play. Ohio State might be undefeated. Wisconsin was undefeated for a while last year. But we'll see what happens. We're going to see. I mean, it's going to severely affect things. So we'll go on that. Again, no word on the NHL schedule unless I missed it. I put unless I missed it. It's one of those things where I'm looking for the schedule. I can't wait for hockey to start. As far as the NFL, there were some decisions put out by various teams. I'm not going to go into that specifically because I want to say that I have a possible guest who will possibly, and again, possible, comment on it. But I'd like to get their view on it. I mean, the word is starting to get out as to what teams are going to be doing, and these are season ticket holders, obviously, because that is the where the wealth and most of the money for the teams come from is from the season ticket holders. And it's something that's been eating at me for a couple days was the Deshaun Jackson comments where he cited various anti-Semitic items, issues, quotes, all those other things. My goodness. Without swearing, and I'm trying not to do that, without swearing, why would you say such things or quote such things or put such things up there? And then you say, well, I don't know. I didn't realize it was anti-Semitic. Well, here's a clue there, shipmate. If Louis Farrakhan said it, I almost guaranteed you it's anti-Semitic. If Archie Bunker said it, it's almost guaranteed to be racist. If George Jefferson said it, it's probably racist. I mean, look at your sources. But the thing is that DJax said something that was anti-Semitic, and then Steven Jackson from the NBA comes in and says, well, it was his thoughts. He's kind of right on some things. Both of them have backtracked recently, but it still pisses me off. Because when you have this equality issue that's out there, then why is it's only equal, or we're playing for equality across the board when we're looking at melatonin? We're looking at skin color. But religion, we don't have to worry about that because that's not really an equality issue. Well, screw you, it is. So Julian Edelman reached out to him today on I think it was an Instagram feed, stated that, DJax is a hell of a player, and I believe he is as well. He is a hell of a player. And he said, you know what, Deshaun, why don't we get smart on these subjects? Why don't we learn about each other? How about I take you to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C., so you can learn some things, and then I will go with you to I think it's the African American Museum of History in D.C., and we'll swap. We'll learn about each other, okay? Well, there you go. That's the best thing I've heard. So far, no words from Deshaun. Again, Steven Jackson has kind of bowed out of the conversation. So, we'll see what happens. This is something that personally upsets me. It really does. It personally upsets me. It's when people, say things like this and say, oh, well, Captain Jack must be a racist. I'm not a racist. My goodness. I'm friggin' half Jewish, have learned to deal with anti-Semitism for years. I've gone out with ladies of all nationalities, all skin colors. So, let's bring it into the conversation. Yeah, let's have some talk about that. But no, a lot of the people aren't talking about that. Now, I'm going to get into something that I really want to make sure that people know about. Again, if you're looking for something that's positive, go and join up and hang out with the PlayersCongress.com. That is the retired NFL Players Congress headed by Bob Grant. They have some really awesome shirts. When football was football, I need to start wearing my other one. So, great stuff. Really nice shirts. Put some money their way. These endeavors that you have when you buy these shirts, which are really awesome, by the way. They I don't know who's hey Doc, not yet. Doc, don't call in just yet. Sorry, I still have my opening. Let me put the phone line up, man. Love you, Doc, but let me put the phone line up. But go to the NFL Retired Players Congress, PlayersCongress.com. Look at the shirts. Look at that. Do something cool, man. Do something cool. And another thing which I really hope that you will look at, and which is really great to see, is, again, Shoes for Kids. Jerry Robinson is the president of the board of directors for Shoes for Kids. Go in and check out that website. Great things that can be done. I think I saw that Jerry was on an interview with one of the Vegas stations just the other day. So, go and check out shoesforkids.com and do yourself some good. PlayersCongress.com and shoesforkids.com. Go over there. Feel good about yourself, man. That's the way it is. That's some really good things there. Now, one thing that I will like to talk about, Doc, not quite yet, Doc, not quite yet. I know you, Doc. Doc, if you're on, Doc, don't say anything because I was supposed to actually. I didn't want you to come on yet, but since I pushed the green button, you know how they have the green pill or the red pill. Just kind of hold out, stand tight, stand down, shipmate. Don't say a word. But we're gonna give out information here. See, I haven't even done my transition yet. I was doing all this. I was thinking about a contest, and as everybody knows, that if you are a subscriber, make sure you're subscribed to the show, and that you are a public subscriber. We are about 20. Oh, actually, it's less. So it's like 22 more people. We're going to give away that 850 subscriber Raider Nation prize pack. All you have to do is be a subscriber, a public subscriber. If you win and you're not a Raider Nation person, and I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you don't want to win the prize pack, then I'll give you a $50 gift certificate. My buddy, Coach Muddle, and by the way, if you want to talk sports and you don't, Coach Muddle, Monday through Thursday, has a great show on. I've been on his show a lot recently, so I'm actually the third wheel there, but we can talk sports all the time. Monday through Thursday with Coach Muddle, that's at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific over, and I usually put the tag here on the Facebook side. Go over and watch, man. Great stuff. And he gives out a prize pack as well. And again, when I get to 850, if you are a Raider Nation member, you're going to win the prize pack. If not, then I'll give you a $50 gift certificate, and that makes her very excited. I'm not sure if you can see this, Doc, but there is a large, bodacious, large breastages, my booby beads doll, which I'm shaking for the life of me. So we got that. So, here's the contest. See, I got off track. What I'm going to start doing is remember, as you know, that if I swear, I usually take a shot. And by the way, I haven't sworn tonight. I think I said freaking or frigging or something along those lines. I haven't sworn. Okay, so, but here's the sip anyway. This is what I'm going to do with viewers, okay? When you watch the show and you make a comment, you're going to be into a contest. Now, in order to do this, I have one of those random, pick a number, random number type of things. I'm going to pick a number, not telling anybody what it is beforehand. But you make your contest. Yeah, there, Thor swears hell. Okay, I just said hell. I don't know whether that's a real bad one. But, and we're going to go through the ground rules. Hell is an actual place. I don't know whether it meets the stipulations for a big swear. And I might say, I'm probably going to throw out hell, because hell's probably, to me, not a swear. But if I swear, a real definitive swear word, and we're playing together, I'm going to pick a number, and whoever has that number in the comments, I'm going to go down and say, let's say the number was 13 tonight. And I would go, let's see who 13 was. Okay, let's go up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don Webb is 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. So tonight it would have been Mike Serra if I do the contest. So let's say I picked 13. It came up on the anonymizer, and it was 13. So Mike Serra would be playing me. Now, if I swear, I'm going to send Mike Serra enough money for a bottle of something. Hey, I'm not buying Dom Perignon, okay? I'm not buying $100, $200, or $1,000 bottle of Dom Perignon. But what we'll do is like say most alcohol is what, like maybe 20, $25 a pop. I don't know. I don't. Doc, I know you don't know because you don't drink anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's say that Mike Serra and I were playing. So if I swear, I lose because I would owe him a bottle of whatever he's playing for, right? But if I win and I don't swear, then he's either going to buy me a bottle or he's going to put in a donation to maybe one of those charities that we're talking about, the Retired NFL Players Congress or Shoes for Kids, something along those lines. And you have to show me like a receipt, like whatever it is. It would have to be like things. Like if we're playing for a bottle, it'd have to be like a $25 bottle. If you're playing that night and I win, then you got to give a $25 donation to one of the charities. I think that's a good contest. What do you think, Doc?
Koripot.
Go ahead, Doc. I want to hear you.
Koripot.
Koripot. How am I Koripot?
$25 is very. You can't give very much. $25. You might get a shot or maybe a small flask.
I don't know what bottles of alcohol go for, Doc. I haven't bought one in a long time. I know that there are wine bottles that are like $25. What's a bottle of booze go for?
Oh God. Unless you want to buy the exchange brand, it'll be way over $25 is good stuff.
Okay. Well, let's see. A bottle of Jack. Okay, so what does a bottle of Jack go for? Okay, so we got...
Depends on the size.
Yeah.
Remember, Jay, size matters.
Okay, size matters. Okay, well, we got to figure this out. What I'll probably end up doing is if Mike Serra was saying that he was playing for that... Who said Jägermeister? That's nasty. That is nasty stuff. Ugh. Veuve Clicquot? Angela, what is that? Veuve Clicquot. It's French. Okay. Mike Serra is playing for Jägermeister. But again, the contest isn't tonight. Unless you get some good. Okay. And by the way, here's and I'm going to do this. Here is the addendum. If I quote somebody, like, for example, I'm quoting Thor. Where was it? I just saw it. Okay, here we go. I'm quoting Thor Helm. Quote, unless you get some good shit or overpriced. That is a quote. That doesn't count as a swear word on my part because I am quoting somebody. Now, if I say you're drinking a SHIT brand, and I would say what that was, then I would lose the contest. So I'm just thinking that's a contest, and we'll see that. I mean, that's now somebody said I can get a Cap Morgan for 22. So there you go, Doc, calling me Koriput. By the way, if you don't know what Koriput means, that means I'm a cheap bastard. Okay. And again, I quote, and I love this, I quote, Mark Davis doesn't know shit about shit. That was a direct quote from Thor Helm, quoted by For Life R Raider Story Angela. Love it. I'll cuss all day and just quote me. Hey, I like Thor. I can get this way. I can get around it. I like the contest, but again, if you guys like the contest, give me your feedback on here. Again, sign up. No reason why you wouldn't sign up. It'd be great. There's a lot of rules. Who's writing all the rules? Well, the rules are this. I can't swear. If I do swear, I lose. If I'm quoting somebody, I can't lose because I'm quoting somebody. We'll have words like, say, I don't know if hell I don't think hell counts. I I don't think damn counts, DAMN, but we can go over that. But obviously, the S word, the F word, the C word, the B word, things like that, I think would count. We'll have the rules. We'll have the rules written down. Doc, enough of this. How are you doing, brother? Go ahead and give me your. You're straight up. You're on your own now, man. Like your 5 minutes starts now, and I've been on for a while. What's going on with you?
I called you earlier on your phone and left you a message. Please listen to it later.
Okay, I will. I will. Can you guys hear Doc? Let me make sure. Hang on here. I'm making sure the sound. Yeah, the sound is up, and the sound.
Am I off a little bit?
Go ahead, Doc. What's up, man? Talk. Talk to me, Doc.
I understand the Ivy League is not playing this season.
That's true. The Ivy League has foregone the early portion of this season. Now, they haven't said that they will not play this season. What they did say is they're not playing in fall. Now, if they've changed that since it came out the other day, that's a change to the rule. They said that they won't play a fall schedule. Now, obviously, the Big Ten has stated that they're not playing outside of the Big Ten, and that's the first of the Power 5 conferences that have said anything. So we'll see what happens on that. Yeah. So it's only Big Ten playing within the Big Ten, which obviously it kind of bubbleizes their each conference. At least the Big Ten will do that. Now, will the SEC follow suit? Will the ACC follow suit? Will the Big 12 follow suit? Will the Pac-12 follow suit? We don't know. And by the way, does this affect Notre Dame? Because remember, Notre Dame basically plays everybody because they don't have a conference.
And Navy does too. Navy does too, I think.
Right, but see, Navy is in its own conference, though. The Navy and Army are in their own conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Navy is in their own conference.
I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to do all this stuff with all the extra protection going on. Because even where I work at, it's crazy because a lot of the protection we have to do. And I walk through shops, make sure they're cleaning the right way, and disinfecting and sanitizing all that stuff. So it can be really, really difficult. I can imagine thousands of people in a stadium trying to figure out how to clean that stuff after they leave. That'll be very, very difficult.
It will be.
My hats off to those people that can do that job. That's really, really a difficult job.
Hey Doc, I'm gonna cut you off right there. By the way, if you are watching on YouTube right now, if you are watching on our YouTube, please stay on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I am turning off the feed, so please come over to YouTube. Please come over to YouTube. We'll see y'all in just a bit. Like I said, the Facebook feed is coming down right now. We'll see you later. Remember, here on YouTube. Okay.
Thank you, my brother. We love you.
Oh, well, that's great, Doc. And again, remind me, just give me another text later on that I have to go and hit up my what do you call it? Hit up my phone so I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay. And blessings. Is it good news?
Not yet.
Okay.
On that one.
Okay. Well, good. I will get back with you on that, though. You take care, man.
Love you, brother. Take care.
Love you too, Doc. You be well.
Bye.
That was Doc Cabral, one of my Navy shipmates. Again, we are here on YouTube. You're on the right place. If you are on YouTube, you're ahead of the game. Oh, there's another call. Hot Neil, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you? Hot Neil.
How you doing, Captain?
I'm good. What's up with you?
Well, I was on the show yesterday for Raiders. I don't know if you saw the message, but my nephew passed away yesterday.
I'm very sorry to hear that, partner. Everybody say some blessings for Hot Neil. And which family member was this?
My nephew, he was born yesterday. He lost 98% oxygen in Cuba. They did a C-section to the lung, but but she passed away.
Okay, well,
They both passed away.
my prayers and deepest condolences to you, sir.
Captain, I would like to ask you a question, and if it's okay, a relational question.
Sure.
What position do we have for the Raiders for August? Are we playing? Are we going to win? Are we going to be able to get our rings back to normal, or what?
You said what condition are the Raiders doing what, Hot Neil?
No, what position? What will be the position of the Raiders if we're going to play or not?
Well, the team is going to play. The
Okay.
NFL is going to play. I don't foresee the NFL foregoing the season, and the reason why I say that is because the NFL is, in fact, let me go through this here. The NFL is, pardon me, I'm trying to think and talk and see. I don't know why I'm trying to see what's going on Facebook. The NFL has put out that obviously the first 8 rows of the stadiums will not be used. So because of that, they will not they will not have those fans in there. Now, they've already contemplated, New York State has already stated that there will be no fans at the games. The Giants have told their people that their season ticket holders, they don't have to put in money for the season tickets. There was a young lady that made a comment about about the what was going on with her team. I don't want to get into it because I'd like to hopefully have her call in either tonight or another time, and we'll see if that goes on. But the point being,
what position? I mean, what is the what we're going to predict? It's going to be: are we going to win? Are we going to be able to get another ring? Are we be able to start fresh again?
Hot Neil, I'm very sorry. I'm not getting what your question is.
What is the condition for the game? Like 75, 18-3?
They have the NFL. The NFL has not put out exactly. No. Wait a second. The NFL has not put out what their parameters are. Each team is going through the process of figuring out what each team's parameters are. So there has been no information put out from the Vegas Raiders as to what the parameters are for each team. The Vegas Raiders have not said anything about what they will be doing.
Okay.
But I will tell you, the people that have already put out the parameters, for example, the Raiders will be going to New York later this year, but as of right now, there will be no fans in the stands. But and I take this back, technically, because the Jets play in New Jersey. I don't know if New Jersey has said that yet, but New York has stated that there's not going to be any fans in the stands. So obviously that goes for the Buffalo Bills, although Buffalo was coming out to play in Vegas this year, so that wouldn't go there. But we'll see what goes on as far as what that is.
Captain, correct me if I'm right or wrong, please.
Go ahead.
Didn't on the schedule for the for the Las Vegas Raiders, didn't we have like only 2 places that we're going out of town?
2 places we were going out of town. No, we were no.
And then the rest of the game is going to be in our own stadium.
No, we had 8 away games, Hot Neil. We had 8. We had 8 away games. We have 8 games in Vegas.
Okay, thank you for Captain.
Yeah, that's every year. Hey, you take care of yourself, and again, blessings to you and blessings to your nephew, and all the best, partner. You be well.
Thank you, son. And again, thank you for allowing me to come over to your show.
You got it, man. Take care.
Much love and respect.
All right. That was Hot Neil. So we've gotten our Hot Neil call here as well. Let's go to this. We'll do the transition here. Remember, line is open. Wow, man, that's quick. Jared, I didn't even get a chance to put the phone numbers up, so I'll go back to the large screen cut. How you doing, brother? What's going on with you?
What's going on, Captain Jack? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. It's Thursday night. I just got finished watching the movie earlier. How I was saying, as I said in the chat, it was Tom Hanks' birthday, so I watched one of his movies earlier. I watched the late night version of late night tonight, The Burbs. However, obviously with the Colpex, so that's why I made the comment in the chat. But I watched one of his Castaway earlier, so I didn't know it was his birthday until someone messaged me a couple hours ago and said it was his birthday. I said, "Oh crap! I didn't know it was his birthday today. I thought it was like tomorrow or something like that." But yeah, it's his birthday today.
Okay, I'm trying. I have the volume up on my speakers. Can you guys hear the callers? Hopefully you can. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, we talked, like I said earlier, I mean, right now I'm looking here, like I said, we look at the, obviously, story, however, mind you, however, with the Big Ten scenario and everything like that, and then, of course, today we had the Workday Charity Open, as they called it, how I guess it, Nicholas's tournament, however, and looking at the end of the first round, however, we got, let's see, who's on the leaderboard here, I'm just pulling here, Colin Morikea. Never heard of this guy, however. He's from Morikawa. But some of the bigger names that are in the tournament, including Justin Thomas, however, Hideki Matsuyama, who's tied for third right now, Adam Hadwin, Patrick Reed, Ian Poulter, Kuchar, Sabatini, Keegan Bradley. I think Jordan Spieth's in the tournament as well. I heard Cameron Champ, however. But yeah, after one round, however, we got Matsuyama only 2 shots behind. He's one of the bigger names, along with Zach Johnson, and of course Justin Thomas is 3 behind, 68 hours, so he's 3 back. But yeah, so apparently they've renamed the tournament this year the Workday Charity Open.
The Workday Charity Open?
Yep, at Muirfield in Dublin, Ohio, Nicholas's tournament. Yes.
Oh yeah, Jack's tournament. Yeah, because that's where he's from. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, that's kind of close to you, isn't that? About maybe a couple hours away?
About 4 hours, 4.5, 5 hours from Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh, Dublin's about 45. It's by Columbus. Yeah, it's about 4.5, 5 hours away. Yes, correct. Mm-hmm. And then supposedly, I guess, starting tomorrow, they're going to start practicing hockey, and then baseball's going to be starting in 2 weeks. But one of the things they did say about baseball today, obviously, surprisingly, with the baseball schedule, that they already talked about the 2021 season, I guess, however, and apparently the Pirates unveiled their schedule already for next year already, and they're already saying that possibly if there is a 162-game schedule, however, it'll start with a 6-game road trip with 3 in Chicago, followed by 3 in Cincinnati, however, before they return for their first homestand, however. But looking here, they got July 4th game against Milwaukee as part of a 7-game homestand with Milwaukee and Atlanta. They'll be playing Detroit, Washington, Cincinnati, including a Labor Day game against the Tigers. I'm just trying to pull it up right now and see who they open up their home season with, however, this next year. Let's see here.
Well, you know that the Phillies are, for the first time in 133 years, will not play the Pirates this year unless they both go to the playoffs.
Yeah. Let's see. Their season is. I'm looking here. I'm trying to pull it up right now. It's really tough to see who they open. Okay, here we go. They will open up on a rare Thursday next year against the Cubs. It's weird. They open up with 3 in Chicago, 3 in Cincinnati. Then they go play Chicago and San Diego, and then they play Milwaukee, Detroit, Minnesota. However, like I said, yeah, Milwaukee, Detroit, Minnesota, Kansas City, St. Louis. So they don't play St. Louis till the end of April. But yeah, looking at next year's schedule. But yeah, their home season is April 8th. Believe it or not, next year it'll be on a Thursday. It's not going to be on a Monday like it's been many years. However, it'll be on a Thursday. And then that means, I guess, I'm trying to look here. My one cousin is supposedly getting married. I think it's the 17th to the 24th, however. So either one of those 2 weekends, not in April, which when it was weighing is, the Pirates will be away. So at least they don't have to worry about being a home game for him, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got a 162 game schedule starting next year. However, they're going to try to go back to the full season next year.
Right.
But But yeah, like I talked to you with Muddle and at Nick earlier. How I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with college football. So I mean, like I said, this whole Big Ten thing is just crazy. I just wish all the other conferences now, like the ACC, the Pac-12, the SEC, would just make up their mind and just play. Say, you know what, we're playing conference games. It makes sense, you know.
Right. I firmly believe that, and I think that the hang on a second here. I'm looking at the yeah, the speakers are up as loud as they can. I'm trying to go through all the things here. It's strange because we're at least getting football, and remember, to be honest, is anybody going to really be upset that we're losing Harvard and Yale? I mean, the one lady that I work with who's actually, I don't remember if she's from Harvard or from Yale, but she went to one of those schools. She's actually one of my bosses at work. Other than the Yaleys and the whatever they called the Harvard, the Crimson, or right? Are we really going to be upset about that? No, not really. Because I mean, we got Penn and Princeton and Harvard and Yale and Brown. And I mean, that's the Ivy League. And if I'm missing somebody, I apologize. But really, nobody.
Dartmouth, Cornell, but that's okay. Yeah, for the Yaleys, I mean, like I said, my ex-girlfriend, her brother plays basketball at Yale, and I know last year him and his dad went to the Yale-Harvard game actually, and it was quite an experience up there. He said, his dad had not been up there since his son was in school and everything. I know he used to go when he was at Yale. He used to go to the Yale-Harvard game, whether it be in New Haven or where Harvard is, like in Boston, just outside of Boston, I should say, Massachusetts. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of not a big deal. But yeah, for the Ivy League kids, I mean, it hurts them a little bit. I mean, are we going to really want to see spring football with the Ivy?
Right.
That's a big question.
I mean, here's the thing is that, football brings in so much money to the universities, but the Ivy League is not going to be missing this money, okay? No. You got a bunch of guys who are multi-millionaires, if not billionaires, that go to these schools and that send a large stipend to keep them going. They're not known to be sports powerhouses. They're not going to take a hurting for not having the sports in the fall. Now, in the spring, sure. But to be honest, what I'm looking for is I want to see what the Big Ten does in addition to what the SEC does, in addition to what the Big 12 does, in addition to what the ACC does. Okay? That's what I want to see. And we'll see what ultimately happens.
Yeah, I'll get you on this. I mean, I always read this site for all the schedules and everything. I did FPS schedules, FPS schedules, and now saying apparently Florida NC State are going to have a 2-game home series for 2026 and 2032.
Okay, and who is this having a home and home? I didn't quite hear it.
The Gators and NC State. Florida will travel to Raleigh in 2026. And then in return, however, like I said, yeah, they'll venture there. However, Ben Hill Griffin State will host a return game for NC State in 2032.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. I'm going to take that and appreciate you calling in there, Jared. It's always a pleasure.
No problem. I'll be in touch. Have a good weekend.
You do too. Okay, that was Jared. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the site. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe I might have some things up. If I turn this off, if I close that, maybe that might make things sound better. Because I do have like the Adobe is up, and I think maybe having Adobe up is draining a lot of sound. I'm looking to see if I have anything that I can just turn off, and I'm going to turn off everything just to make sure and see if that makes the sound any better. I can do this. Yeah, I already did that. Yeah, I can do this. Okay, I'm going to turn everything off other than what is needed. So I'm going to turn the okay. Let's see here. Up. Trying to get back to, I need to get back to comments. Why is this so slow? Okay. I get a spinning circle of death, so it's kind of hard for me to go up and read all the comments. So I'm going to try to do that as much as I can. Okay, but it is very slow. Yeah, desert is hot. Hello to everyone. 112. My goodness, Don. That is hot. And Don, I appreciate you saying hit the like button if you're here. I appreciate that. Mike Sarah's in the 90s. Yeah, that's hot. Wow. Now, see, now I've done spun so fast that now I'm going through it and missing things. Cesar Marcano is hot on Penn State. Can you spell Jopa? There you go. Hopefully Ohio State, Penn State play each other. I would think so. And Thor said, without swearing, Thor says just shut everything down till next year. I've said that, and I really kind of believe that in the fact that if hello, my God, this is slow. I'm trying to get another. There we go. Hello. I definitely have a slow system tonight. That might be one reason why the sound quality has not been the greatest on the call. So I'm hoping that it will improve this time around. I've gotten rid of a lot of the windows. I probably need to reboot my computer as well. Don is deeply religious and proud of it. Amen. Where else am I? I heard several star NFL players are still concerned about starting the season. Well, that's true. And Jared says hello to a bunch of people. Raider Nation, how are things? That's from Jared. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson, Becky, read it. Read it. It makes me mad. It makes me mad. And again, Thor's going to swear for me. I like that. Hell doesn't count. So we've already established that hell doesn't count. Does ass count? I will ask if hell, these are the ones that people just kind of say haphazardly, hell, ass, or damn. So we'll see that. Hell doesn't count. Hell no, per Thor. Don comes in with about the Chiefs contracts. Yeah, that's going to hurt them. And what is Vueve Clicquot? And I'm not pronouncing that right, so I'll need to have Angela come in. A bottle of Jack. And again, I thought booze was like $25 a pop. And I know it is at the class 6 on base it is. Okay, so maybe my prices are based upon base alcohol. Maybe that. But I thought it was like 25, maybe $30 a pop. A fifth to Captain Morgan for 22 per Thor. I see. I'm trying to get this. 35 for about. Okay, so we got 35 as a baseline, and then we did the quote from Mark Davis. And Thor's going to be able to cuss for me. Not too many rules. Yeah, Asylum. Thank you for being here. Damn doesn't count. So hell and damn don't count. Thank you. We were talking about. I think we're up to ass. Does ass count? That I don't know. Jared sends a happy birthday to Tom Hanks. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through the comments so I get caught up. And Angela, I agree. It's the beginning to possibly the end. I know we're not going to have fans in the stands, and I want to see what they're going to do with the people that have already paid the money. Lots of positives for Hot Neil. So there you go. See what else we got here. Swish is on. Body needs 10W40. Okay. I don't know what. Ooh, talking about drinking, smoking joints and grabbing Heinekens. That's cool. Don's in there again with the. I guess it's very if it's very humid. I know it is in Florida. One of the reasons why I like staying indoors in the air conditioning. So when we get another phone call, we'll see if the sound got a little bit better. Great call, Jared. They're from Ed Winchell. Swish. There we go. I'm trying to stay hydrated. There you go. Angela doesn't watch. You don't watch college football? I mean, Saturdays with the Gators. Got to do that. Harvard endowment. So it's very to hear these loudmouth sports show that the ignorance. I'm definitely going to show that. Thank you there, Ed. I agree with you. There are a few dumb Fs out there. Clemson was supposed to play Notre Dame. I don't think that's going to happen. You can say ass on TV. So, okay, so ass, damn, and hell are not swear words. Okay, that's good to know. Ass, damn, and hell. Ass doesn't count, but assholes definitely count. Okay, that's oh well. See, I said it. Well, oh, I was quoting. Ooh, quoting Anna Pacheco. Ooh, saved me. There we go. So I'm pretty much. I think I'm caught up. The line is. Oh, I didn't put the thing on because we had phone call after phone call. So let's transition to here. Get the words up. Remember, you can call me various ways. You can call me on Facebook Messenger. You can call me on Skype. And obviously, you can call me on the phone number. So as soon as I get them all up, fade in. There we go. Facebook Messenger, Captain Jack Rackham. If you are a friend of mine on Facebook's, we'll do that. Skype, you can call me, Captain_Jack_Rackham. And obviously the phone number, 813-609-0834. We'll see if that helps out. Lock everything down. We still have this lousy virus. We have to be smart and fight through it. Yeah, I agree. I also want to hear about what do you think of the swearing, non-swearing contest? I get a bottle of peach vodka for $14. Well, there you go. Now, I saw Jack at 35. That's the high price so far. And no, I am not getting, I'm not buying you a bottle of Dom Perignon. I think that's like what? You can get the Dom, what is it at Hooters? Is it the Dom with the wings is like $100 and something bucks, and the Dom is what costs the most of the money. When was the last time you were at Hooters, Doc?
Oh, about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And do they still have that on the menu?
I don't drink, so I wasn't looking for it.
Okay.
But I did like my wings.
There you go. Well, if you like your wings and you like your boobies and babes beads.
Well, you're gonna laugh, but my daughter loves the Hooters food.
Yeah.
And that's her favorite restaurant, and she's the one that often suggests we go. Because she
Angela, you're gonna have to wait, honey.
Do at Hooters.
Yeah. I like Hooters. I like Angela. I'm sorry, but when Don is on, I'm gonna let Jason. I see. This how I like to say it. Quoting Jason Hunter, fuck that. That's how I'm gonna get away with this. But I'm gonna try not to swear anyway. But Angela, you can call in after Doc. I like Hooters food. I like the wing. I like the Daytona wings. Daytona wings are really good. One thing that Hooters does not do. And I don't remember if there's corporate Hooters and then there's separate Hooters, and they have two different menus. The ones that we go to, that you're fine, Angela. You can call back in a little bit. And Don only goes for the hot wings. You're right. But the burgers are good. Their ham and cheese sandwiches were really good. I love their ham. In fact, I love the ham and cheese sandwich with the horseradish sauce. The wings were really good. I love the Daytona wings and the burgers. So I like Hooters food. Oh, and I love the hot shrimp. Man, those are really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, being up in Virginia, we've got these rumors going around, a lot of these Redskins fans, and I was just wondering if you've heard anything. Because there's a rumor going around that it's not official, but it looks like they're leaning towards calling the Washington the Red Wolves. Have you heard anything about that?
No. In fact, the Red Wolves is a name that I have yet to hear. I've heard of the Red Tails. I've heard of the Hogs. I've heard of the there was another one that had a red moniker in it, but I have not heard of the Red Wolves. That's unique. Yeah.
Well, that's something a lot of the Redskins fans I know have been talking about. And of course, rumors are rumors, but I'm just saying because we're so close to D.C. up here, I was just wondering if, does it have any validity or not. Like I said, I haven't seen nothing official. It's just Redskins fans,
Can't trust them anyway.
And by the way, Jason, they can't call themselves the Warriors. They'd be going from being the Redskins to the Warriors. You can't go from Indian to Indian.
Well, not all Warriors are Indian now.
I'm just saying, though. I mean, show me a Warrior that's not an Indian.
Well, a warrior could be anybody that goes to war. I mean, what about the Army people that, call themselves warriors? I'm a warrior because, you're in the Army or in the Marine Corps or, it could be, it depends what their emblem is along with the word warrior. If they call themselves warriors,
I get it, but have you ever seen okay, now if they showed a military member with let's just say you have like an Army recruiting poster, recent Army recruiting poster of a guy with a helmet on and an M16. Actually, they don't even have M16, like A2s. What are they shooting anymore? The A2 was the last. It was like then it's like the M14. No, that was what. It's beyond the M16.
It was the M16A2.
Right, that was the last one. Right, that was the last one I knew about was the A2. But if you show a warrior that is a military member, then I can see it. But I've never seen a warrior that that is a non-Indian. Now I can see it if they do that, being the nation's capital. Then I can go for it. I've also heard of the Red Tails as an homage to the Tuskegee Airmen, but that would be a team from Alabama in my mind. So I don't know how you would do that. But and I've also heard the Washington Generals, which is remember the Generals were a USFL team that actually Donald Trump owned. So that would be funny if they had called up the Washington Generals and they brought back the USFL, because those close colors too, they were red. So we'll see.
Well, as long as they don't call them the Trumpers, because that would make a lot of people mad. You see a little mag on the side of the helmet? Oh my goodness! You would talk about an uproar.
Yeah,
that wouldn't go good. That would not go well at all.
No, it wouldn't.
And he is friends with Trump. That's why I'm saying, please don't do that.
Yeah.
But on baseball, switch speeds on it real quick.
Gotcha.
Cincinnati Reds pitcher Bowers.
Yeah.
Talking about pitching, going back to the old school and pitching every fourth game.
Right.
I think that's going to be very possible with a 60-game season.
Yeah.
I think it's being a short season. I think that's possible, and I think a 60-game season is going to benefit my Reds due to the fact we're good for short periods of time, then we fade away. But being a 60-game season, we may not fade away.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that? Plus, being the fact that, let's be honest, the NFC Central is going to have a little bit easier time, I think, this year than the East, stuff like that. The East.
No matter what you say in both leagues, the AL East and the NL East have the best teams in baseball. So the Central, who plays the Central, and the West, which plays the West, they're going to have an easier time making it to the playoffs. They're going to have an easier time because the East is going to beat up on the East. In the AL and NL East, you have obviously the Yankees, the Rays, the Blue Jays, which are very much improved. The Red Sox are not a great team, but they're not a bad team. The Phillies are going to always be a decent team, and you have the Mets, which are improving. Obviously, the World Series champion are the Nationals, and you got the Braves. Yep. That's 8 teams right there that are the best teams in baseball. If you look at it now, M4, thank you. They're Hollywood. And by the way, I know about the Warriors. And in fact, I know who that actor was. It was Daniel Patrick Kelly. So I know what you were saying, and it was 3 beer bottles. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. I mean, oh yeah, man, what a really great
baseball players. Well, they didn't play with them best, did they?
Yeah, and they did actually. One of the gangs was it was a baseball bat gang out of New York. What they call them, the Bronx. They weren't called the Bronx Bombers, but they were one of the gangs had a bunch of bats. So
Yeah, and wore old-timey baseball uniforms.
yeah, they wore the old-time baseball uniform. Not the George Costanza remember he said that we need to wear cotton uniforms instead of the polyesters.
Oh,
And then when they wore the cottons, then they shrunk. But that's just the way it is. But there you go. I mean, I understand Warriors, but I like I said, Dan, you guys heard, and this is what they were saying, Doc. They actually said that they're coming after the Raiders and the Buccaneers and the Vikings next. I'm like, this is stupidity.
I told you that with the Cross Sabers that they wouldn't be long to come after them.
Yeah, I was on Coach Muddle's show, and it was I don't know who they are, but he read it in CBS Sports that they're going to come after the Vikings, the Raiders, and the Buccaneers. I'm like,
well, the
are
Buccaneers
you?
And the Raiders both have the cross. Well, the Raiders and Buccaneers both have those Cross Sabers. So, I mean, there's something I don't understand what the meaning behind the Cross Sabers is. If someone knows, please educate me.
It's a pirate thing. That's what the Cross Sabers are.
I'm talking about. I mean, what they're talking about it being racial.
That's oh my God! If you're going to get into,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Doc, you heard about how Florida's not having gator bait, the gator bait cheer anymore because they said that that's a crock of BS too. So I don't know.
That was started by an African American player, if I'm not mistaken.
It was. It was started by Wright, the defensive back from the national championship teams. So I know Ed Marinaro went to Princeton. Yeah, if you're not a Gator, you're Gator bait. So what else you got? Now, are the Reds going to win?
I think with the 60-game season and going to that with their number one ace that they just got in the free agency, going to pitching every 4 games, I think it's a possibility we'll do a lot better this year. Shorter season will benefit teams like the Reds.
Yeah, and another thing, I was going to say this, and they actually chimed in, and I'm glad you guys got my thought. The Oakland A's in the AFC West, but sorry, American League West. The Oakland A's having a short sprint, they can actually keep up with the Angels out in the West. So I think it's going to be between the Angels and the A's out west in the American League. So we'll see.
You never know. Could be another Cincinnati Reds, Oakland A's World Series like it was in 1990.
Yep, that would make a good series.
Possible.
Yeah, that would make a really good series. Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it was out to the Gulf War, and I can only hear the scores of the once a day being announced, and we swept the A's.
You did, and I'm going to get to Angela, Doc. Thanks again, brother.
All right, talk to you later. You have a good night, everybody.
You do too. That was Doc, and I'm going to make sure I don't lose Angela. Angela, Doc is citing a World Series. Whoa! That's turn your box down there, honey, because I can hear a lot of things in the background. Doc was talking about and I remember it was around I guess it would have been around 89-90 World Series where it was La Russa playing the Reds, and he said that the Reds swept the A's in 4. You remember that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, honey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a lot of noise. I'm kind of catching up. I think I might be on a delay here.
Yeah, you are a little bit of a delay. That's why I said if you're talking to me, just turn. Don't turn it off. Let it run. Let it run. Let the machine run. Let the machine run.
I got the volume down. I was trying to listen until the final moment. But anywho, I don't have too much to say tonight. I just wanted to touch on a few things. If you don't mind.
No, touch on it.
First, I just want to clarify. When you're speaking to Hot Neil, that's Dan, correct?
Mm-hmm. Hot Neil is Dan.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to send my love out to him and just let him know that we're thinking of him and we're sorry for his loss.
Yes, like I say, Hot Neil has been a friend of the show for quite a long time, and really good guy. So I mean, he's had a lot of lot of tribulations going on in his life, so we want to make sure that we send him our best as we can for sure. That's for true.
Definitely. And he's become a fan of our show now, so we appreciate him.
Oh yeah.
And then also I also wanted to just kind of send out another kind of my thoughts and prayers to another tragic Raider story today with Naya Rivera going missing. She's the sister of former Raider tight end Michael Rivera.
Yes.
So I just wanted to mention that, and I'm still optimistic that hopefully she can come back safely.
I saw that story. Sharif posted it to me where I was tagged in it, and I mean, wow, what a tragic thing. And the thing is, with Raiders or friends of family of Raiders, you remember that obviously Marquise Cooper was involved in that boating accident off the coast here of Tampa. So that was a boating problem. Did you guys not hear me? Wait a second. Hello.
I missed everything until you just said, "Can you hear me?"
Okay. Hopefully you guys didn't. Wow. For some reason, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Oh, I know why. I was looking at my hearing, and it was the Electro voice is good. It was the sound. Yeah, Naya Rivera, beautiful lady, great upside to the career. I don't know if she's done anything since Glee though, but then for her to show up missing today, and I said that I saw that she had tweeted out that she was with was it her daughter? Her son, okay, and they went out on the seas by themselves. That's, I hate saying, that's probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah, they were on a pontoon in a lake. I guess a lake she's familiar with, but yeah, I would kind of agree. A young woman, not to take anything away from women, but a young woman and a 4-year-old on a boat sounds a little dangerous.
Yeah, and so it was a lakeside issue. It was on a lake.
Lake, some lake northwest of Los Angeles.
Okay. Well, again,
If Lake Piru sound familiar, I think that's it.
No, the only lake I know out west is Lake. What's the one that has the gambling in Vegas, Nevada? Lake.
Oh yeah.
Lake Tahoe. Okay, yeah. So that's you. Hey, there you go. Here's a Lake Tahoe. Here's my bouncing boobies and beads. This is for Lake Tahoe. We're talking Vegas girls. Yeah, I hope they find her. I want to make sure that, and here it is. It's definite boating safety. If you're not wearing a life raft, you're wrong. Because no matter if you are the strongest swimmer in the world, if you're not wearing a life raft and you need to swim for hours, you will not swim for hours. Wear a life raft. And I hope that maybe she was wearing a life raft, and maybe at worst, if she was wearing a life raft and maybe she passed out, and then maybe she drifted for a while, and then somebody will come pick her up. I don't know. But I certainly hope that we all, as Raider Nation, send our best to Naya, a great lady, and again, sister to the Rivera tight end that we had a couple years ago. In fact, I remember the meme they had of her when
17.
Yeah, when they had the meme of her and she's going nuts in the skybox. Yeah, I mean that was fantastic.
The luxury box.
Yeah, in the luxury box. That was really cool. But yeah, we'll send our best to her. Hopefully she will turn up. I do hope so.
Likewise. So, I mean, and it's a hard thing to transition from.
Hello? Man, my Yahoo Google Voice, and I turned off a bunch of the different things.
Do you want me to try to call you back on
Yeah, call back.
Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, call back on Facebook Messenger. That seems to work.
Okay, let me try to call you back.
All right, and it will go from there. All right, honey, I'm going to hang up here.
Okay, bye.
All right, that was Angela, and we're having some. I don't know why we're having some issues, but if you want to use Facebook Messenger, one at a time, obviously, you can call me on Facebook Messenger. If you're friends with me on Facebook Messenger, you can do that, and I will take the phone call. And I hear, I see it. I don't see it here though. Hello. There we go. There we go. Now I hear it. Now it takes a little bit to sync up because I got it on my phone first. It's syncing up. Don't go away. Don't go away yet. Oh, my goodness. Raider G is here. Raider G. Raider G, are you here? Raider G.
Whack'em, sack'em, crack'em. It's my man, Captain Jack Rackham. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm still trying to see if Angela is coming through because I still have the spinning circle of death from Messenger. Okay.
You know what? I can just get off the phone, and because I'm listening to your show, I can just get off and let her come back in, and I'll just call right back.
Okay, you call back, and then we'll go from there. Okay. G. Thanks again, brother.
All right. Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was Raider G. We're going to hear from Raider G in a minute. We had Angela on, and I'm trying to contact her. Hello, it says contacting. This is probably why I didn't use Facebook Messenger. Oh, it's ringing. There we go. You guys can hear the ring. So at least we know we got that. Angela, are you there, honey?
Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, I hear you fine now.
Okay.
So yeah, but we went from a very morose subject, but we're gonna talk about happy things because I know that you have a new video coming out on Sunday. I believe is it 5:00 Pacific?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we have a new video coming out Sunday night at 5:15. We're doing it at like a Sunday night football thing, and we're hoping we can segue into your show so people can pop over to our live premiere. It's turning out to be a long episode, so it might be like 21 minutes or something like that. But the cast will be on live chatting. And then, after our show, everyone can go take a couple shots and then jump onto your show.
Yeah, you guys can take the shots, but maybe that might be my first. And you guys got to put the words out if you want to play the game. Again, I pick a number at random. Actually, honestly, the anonymizer makes a number at random. I'm gonna go pick from 1 to 35. Okay. Or if we have a bunch of comments, maybe 1 to 50. And then it'll pick a number at random, and I'll say, okay, tonight's caller for the contest is this, and I'll say what the number is so people will be able to go up to the list for comments, and then they can play. And if I swear, they get a bottle of something, I guess up to $35. Okay? If I don't swear, then because I haven't seen anything more than. Oh, by the way, what was that alcohol you were talking about?
Oh, Vouv. It's champagne, and it's actually you said it was French, so yeah, it's champagne. And I think it only runs about $50.
Ooh. I'm gonna.
That will be for an extra. That will be for like one of the really bad cuss words.
Well, okay, but we got it.
That'll be like for one of Thor's. Like if it were Thor, it'd be like when he's like F-F-D F-F-F. It's like a bonus.
Okay, but see, if I don't swear though, that means like say you were playing for the prize, then that would mean that, and I'd have to agree to it obviously because we'd have to figure out what the price is.
Yeah, no, I'm totally kidding.
Yeah. I now is a $35 bottle of booze like I think that's about norm, isn't it? 35 to 25, 25 to $35.
Well, if you're asking me, I think they're like $20-$25. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
a decent bottle, not like super expensive, but not cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. I mean, I have some Grand Marnier coming my way now. I know that they are actually expensive for the bigger bottles, but you can get like a smaller bottle of Grand Marnier. The small bottles, I think those are about like 17 to 20, but they're the small bottles. Now you get a big bottle of Grand Marnier, they'll run you 35 to $40.
Done. Deal. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So,
But,
but
I
yeah,
was going to ask you guys. I was trying to transition from the topic before we. I know it's a hard transition, but I was wondering if anybody was online on the Zoom call today with Tim Brown.
I saw the hit from Veronica, and I
Yeah.
didn't do all of the things that I was supposed to do. I obviously liked her post, and I was very busy with the Coach Muddle show, so I didn't
Oh,
bother.
sure.
Yeah,
No
I didn't
worries. Can
bother
I
doing
share
that.
my
Oh,
can
please
I
do.
share my favorite can I share my favorite moment from that show with you or from that
Yes,
interview with you?
yes, please do. Yeah.
So the interviewer, and maybe Thor can chime in here, but I forgot his name. He kind of put Tim Brown on the spot, and he was like, how do you compare the LA fans to the Oakland fans, and how do you think it will be in Vegas? And I was like, wow, he's like really putting him on the spot there.
Yeah.
So Tim was pretty honest, and I liked it. He said, and I'm obviously paraphrasing, but he said, in LA, it was different. He said in LA, when we were winning, fans would show up. And when we weren't winning, they weren't showing up as much. And he
Mhm.
goes, it was not like that in Oakland. He goes, Oakland's a whole different culture. He said fans showed up every single game 5 to 6 hours before the game, regardless if we were winning or losing. And I was like, hell yeah.
And that's
I was like almost proud of myself.
no, it's
Well,
true.
not just
It's
myself,
true.
but like all of the Oakland Raider Nation. But I was like excited. I was happy to hear him say that because I was like, wow, he kept it real right there.
Yeah. And
And
that's
then
what.
he even threw it to just really quickly to finalize it when he said to Vegas. He goes, in Vegas, it's not going to be like an issue. They'll just give tickets to casinos and they'll give them out to whoever, so that'll be fine.
Ooh, that's a slam.
Right? So he like I get it. It is kind of a slam, but I mean he's keeping it real, and I'm not saying anything about anything. I agree with him, but I was just happy about the Oakland comment.
Yeah, and see, people told me that, and as far as like, well, the stadium is going to be full of the opposition's fans, just like it is in for the Charger games, like it is for the Miami Dolphin games at home, like it is for the Jaguar games when we inundate the crowd. I
Yeah,
don't think so. In one respect, remember
I
all
don't
of the
think so either.
all of the seats are bought up by season ticket holders, correct?
Sure,
Okay.
but I'm selling most of mine, and you're selling most of yours.
Well, but that's not the norm though.
Sure. So I don't think it will be the opposing fan. Like I don't think it'll be dominated by like the team, the fans of the team, whoever the Raiders are playing. I think it's just going to be super random people, whoever want to go to party in Vegas for the weekend, and they're going to turn up in their own jerseys, their home team, and it doesn't matter who's on the field.
Right. And
Personally, but TBD.
yeah, and like I said, we won't know until we see a season. And don't go by whatever happens this season because this season is not going to be the norm.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens as far as because like we were going through the comments and I apologize. I should be keeping an eye on the comments as well, and I'm not. But okay. Oh, and Vicky wants you to inbox her number, Anna. Sorry, that's for your mom. So
This is me. This is
yeah,
Angela. It's okay. They confuse us all the time.
yeah,
We either get confused or we just get treated as one person.
yeah. Okay. And actually, Vicky's coming up to see you this weekend. So
Oh,
she'll
okay.
be in the neighborhood this week. I don't know whether that was a surprise or not. I apologize if I let the cat out of the bag, Vicky. But yeah, she's coming up. She's coming up north for you. And
All right.
but so
There
you
you go.
guys, yeah. So I want to see pictures. I think that what I believe will happen. I think Mike Sarah gets it. is I think it's going to be a cross between Oakland and LA. Not quite as rabid as Oakland, but the large fan base that would go to Raider games anyway. The Raider fans go to Raider games, so most of the Raider Nation is going to travel to Vegas to go to the games. Now, obviously, because of the price of the tickets, not everybody was afforded the opportunity to get season tickets. Right. So, I think that, and what I'm going to do, and I even put it out in the thing when I was talking about tickets the other day, is that I'm not out to gouge, but I'm going to try to make X amount of, not really per se profit, but I'm not going to lose money on tickets. For sure. So people are going to have to say, if you want Captain Jack's seats, it's probably going to cost you $1,000 for 2 tickets, minimum.
Okay, by the way, and we can talk about this offline, but I would like to discuss purchasing those from you before you put them on Ticketmaster.
They're already there, but I can take some off. But what I want to see is, because they are all of my tickets are on Ticketmaster already. So I will tell you.
Sure. I mean, if I guess what I meant was like if the season.
Right. Yeah. If the season.
I'm kind of waiting on selling and buying until we actually know.
Right. And why I wanted to have the young lady call in because I wanted to hear what a couple certain fan bases are doing. But the way that I'm reading all the tea leaves from around the NFL, I don't foresee fans for at least half the season, at a minimum. Okay.
I think it's going that way. I feel like I'm not good with analogies, but I feel like they're pulling the Band-Aid off slowly with the way they're canceling preseason games, and then college football, and then this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Now have they canceled all of the preseason games already? I only saw half of them.
Two.
Right.
2. So, yeah. But still, they're pushing for 4.
Right.
And then I heard there was an opt-out, like the NFL's offering an opt-out today, like basically you don't have to play if you don't want to. So then it's like, okay, are all the top players not going to play? And then if you actually win a championship, I mean, is there an asterisk by that? Are we watching a bunch of people that just want to play in the NFL? Like, there's just so many things that are just up for question at the moment.
Yeah, but why should anybody get an asterisk when everybody's playing by the same rules?
Well, I mean, I think let's say the top quarterbacks in the league all say, we're not going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe like one team says we're not going to start our entire starting lineup. Let's say, so let's do hypothetical. Let's say the Chiefs say we've decided that our starting lineup's not going to play.
Okay.
And they can even say, well, we're going to make it their decision. Okay, fine. And then like the Raiders end up winning the division, but none of the Chiefs' top players played. Like, is that really winning your division?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure what we're going to have to speak of. I mean,
yeah, we just don't know yet. That's what I'm saying. But if top players start to opt out, and then it's not really the team that we know, and it's and if half the team decides to opt out, then clearly they have to still have those guys on the team. So those guys that they would have on the team are probably guys that they would probably have cut.
Right. Well, remember though, the Super Bowl for the strike shortened years when the Redskins won the Super Bowl that year, of the strike year. I mean, they had and by the way, the Redskins, the strike players, they didn't get a ring, which was wrong because they kept up that team while the rest of the guys were on the other side of the picket line.
Yeah.
They kept the team going, and they didn't get a Super Bowl ring, and I think that was kind of crappy. So I don't know. I think that until we see what the playing field is, and yes, the pun was intended on that one. Until we see what the playing field is, we can't say that it's going to be an asterisk year. And whether we like it or not, there will be no asterisk. Whether we like it or not, it'll be an implied asterisk, like the implied asterisk.
That's what I mean. Yeah, maybe they're not going to put it on the record books, but sure. And you're in the back of your mind. I'm always going to think like, not even with football, but with baseball and kind of all the what's going on.
Yeah, and
before someone bumps me off, I would just like to put on record that I think changing the Raiders' name is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and that's gone too far.
I agree.
It has nothing to do with social injustice or I don't even know. I don't know. What is the tag on that?
Well, like I said, and I talked about this with Coach Muddle, I think it was the other day. They're going after the Vikings, they're going after the Raiders, and they're going after the Buccaneers. Why? I don't know. I don't think it has to do with the cross swords like they were talking about, like Doc was talking about.
No, I mean, I get it. Like if you look at pillaging just for fun or looting or raiding, right?
Right.
That's where it comes from.
Exactly.
But I mean, if this is coming from the quote unquote political climate we're coming out of now, I don't see the Raiders name really being part of that. And maybe I'm incorrect and people can comment and
no, I think you're right. And I told people, I said, if they go after our name, guaranteed I will be spending every available minute that I have and probably in DC. Okay. You will know me. I will be a force up in DC, getting in front of every camera I know, dressed out every day, saying, "Are you effing kidding me?" And I won't say effing. I won't say the real word either. I will say, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I know that because.
Sorry, I had to.
I mean, I'd like to, but here's the thing: as soon as you swear, then I am the stereotypical loudmouth, obnoxious, swearing Raider fan.
I just meant for our particular.
Oh no, I get it. But see, in order to make my point, I want to say, listen. I've been a Raiders fan for close to 50 years. "Quote unquote," I have a real job with the United States government. I have not been to prison. I am not this, and again, not that I'm bad-mouthing Raider Nation. I'm not. I'm trying to say that there are many types of people in Raider Nation. So why are they going after a stereotype of a Raider that is a pillaging, raping fool? It's just a moniker for pirates, okay? We're not Disney. Disney changed Pirates of the Caribbean. They did. Because of PC rules. And I remember when they used to have, "We want the redhead." I mean, it was there. And it was like, come here, lassie. Show us a little bit more of your broadsides, are you? And she showed, it's the girl, lifting up her skirt and stuff like that. They had to make it more politically correct for Pirates of the Caribbean. But pirates are pirates. There are no effing pirates in the world today around this continent. Now, there are pirates in the world around the African continent, because you've seen the movie with what's his nose, Tom Hanks. That's a true story, and there are pirates there. But I'm talking about the swashbuckling pirates. There's nothing wrong with being a Raider. There's nothing wrong with being a Buccaneer.
But I guess what, I agree with everything you just said. But just to take it like one step further, like we're not like, let's not take things that seriously. We're Raiders because it sounds like a fighter name, like we're coming for you, and that's it. Like nobody's actually pillaging you, nobody's actually looting you. Like everybody take it easy. But it sounds a whole hell of a lot better than being a dolphin, because I'm not afraid of a dolphin.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And we're just talking about, we're just talking about a quote unquote mascot, really.
Yeah.
So let's let's all get over it.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. The next thing I can see in this long butt scheme of things is that PETA and Raider G is going to be on this one. So I'm going to let you go, honey. But I'm gonna get the idea out. Thank you for calling, Angela. I love you. You take care, you and Mom.
Raiders!
There you go. There's the Pachecos. Love them both. So love to them both. I want to make sure I don't miss Raider G. Raider G is back on the line. Raider, this doesn't count for your minutes, but I want to get this thought out. Is the minute that they start PCing everything for all of these rules that they're supposed to have, then PETA is going to go after every animal name there is. So there can't be dolphins or bears or lions, because that makes that the animals are mistreated by humans, and so there won't be anything. There won't be any nicknames anymore. It'll be the Washington football team. It'll be the Las Vegas football team. And that's just not fun. That's just totally stupid. Go ahead there, G. I'm sorry. I wanted to get the thought out.
That's okay. How you doing, Captain J?
I'm good, man. How you doing? And Raider G is very happy that I turned him on to For Life, because he thinks that you guys in For Life are awesome. So I want to make sure that he was going to say that, but I basically beat him to the punch.
They are hilarious is the word. They are hilarious, but I love it. Hey, I just want to can you hear me, Captain J?
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay. I just want to piggyback on the conversation that you and Angie was having. You were talking about, I guess some guy who you were talking to earlier was saying that the NFL is going to go after the Vikings, the Raiders, and the Buccaneers, but I noticed that he didn't say the Chiefs. So why aren't they going to go after
they're
go after those three?
Oh, they're next. They're next.
But I totally agree with 100% everything that you just told Angie, Captain J. But truth of the matter is, if it gets to that point to where they're just going to scratch the Raiders name out and they're going to go after all of these, non-threatening, I'd like to say, mascots, then I will probably be done with football, because they are taking it too far, and I will be done. That's just me. But I don't know if you mentioned this on your show already, but you do know that today, 5 years ago, we lost possibly one of the greatest Raiders to have ever wear the Raider uniform, and that is Mr. Kenny Snake Stabler. Yes,
and it was a harsh time. Again, it was right before. It was this time of year, and I don't think that he had already been put in for the Hall of Fame, but I know that this time of year for the Stabler family was always a tough time, because he should have been in the Hall of Fame well before the time he was, and I know you know Kendra as well, G, and I know Kendra and Alexa and also Kim, great ladies, and it was touching that they had a chance to obviously go to the ceremony and have the ceremony on the field as well in Oakland, and it was just so overdue for Kenny to have to wait and then obviously not even get the wherewithal of knowing that he made the Hall of Fame. It was a shame.
It really was. But other than that, I was just listening to your show earlier, and you were saying that how, I think you were talking about the whole Deshaun Jackson thing, and you were saying that how you have dated, different women of all nationalities. You do know what that makes you, right, Captain J?
Hey ho.
That makes you an international lover.
I like your term better. I like your term better.
You remember back in I think it was 82, on Prince's 1999 album, he had a song called International Lover.
Yeah, and, that's right. That's right.
And so that's you, Captain J. When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Oh, well, I don't want to. I don't want to grow up yet. I mean, I appreciate the positives there, but and I don't have no problem saying it. I've dated ladies of all races, and I've dated ladies of all skin color. I've dated ladies of all religious persuasion. And a few that you probably wouldn't know about skin persuasion, or religious persuasion wise. But it doesn't matter what the skin color is or what the religion is. It matters what the person is. So that's the way I've always been. And so yeah, I like your I'm a international lover. Was that the term?
That's what you are, man. And you know what, and Captain J, I'm just like you. To me, it's all about a good woman, regardless of the color, her nationality, religion. If she's beautiful and a good woman, hey, that's what I'm a sucker for.
Did you say sucker or
yes?
Okay, with an S. Okay, because I thought
yes.
because I was like, wow, gee, that's harsh from you because I know you don't swear too much.
No, I don't swear on your show.
There you go. Too much, yeah. No, it's my bad hearing. I thought I said because that's what I would F her for, and I'm like, no, he didn't just say that. I'm a sucker for.
No.
Okay,
sucker for.
Sucker.
And thank you for clearing that up in case anybody else thought that same thing.
No, it was bad hearing. I mean, I apologize. That's why I said he did not just say that. Because I know you. That's why I said Raider G is definitely a charmer, a chivalrous man. So he would be a sucker for a lady. So that's what he is trying to imply. So there you go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you very much. And I just have one more point to make.
Sure.
It's ironic you were talking to a Redskins fan from Virginia. And I'm originally from Virginia, even though I live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I became a Raiders fan. It was because of the Washington Redskins. Growing up in Virginia, the closest professional team were the Washington Redskins. I didn't like them because everybody else did.
Right.
And so, I was a Raiders fan, and I think it was 1983.
It was.
The Raiders and the Redskins played each other. Check this out, in a regular season game at RFK. RFK.
Yep.
Marcus Allen did not play that game. He had a messed up ankle.
Yep.
The Raiders lost.
Yep.
I think the score was like 35-31. So I went to school that next day. I was in the 10th grade. I'm telling my age. I was in the 10th grade, and everybody at school knew that I was a Raider fan, so they was making fun of me. And I was like, well, you know what? If Marcus Allen would have played, that game would have been different.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, Camille, you don't know what you're talking about, whatever. Ironically, Captain J, a few weeks later, was Super Bowl 18.
Yep.
And Marcus Allen was the MVP. And I said, from this day forward, I will always be a Raider fan. I don't care what the record is. So I've been a Raider fan ever since 1983, 84. Die hard.
There you go.
Whether it's LA, whether it's Oakland. But getting back on the whole Redskins topic, tell me what you think of this name, because I've been hearing several people giving their opinions about what the name should be. My thing is, I think it should still be, and I hope I'm not, being discriminatory when I say this, I still think that it should be within a name that still identifies with the Native American culture. So the name that I was thinking about was Scalpers. Not scalper like a ticket scalper, but you ever watch those old Indian movies where scalpers would come along and just take the hair off the head of someone and they will ride around just holding the hair?
Yeah.
I think that you could, because that's a warrior name. I think, instead of calling them the Redskins, you call them the Scalpers. You can still leave the emblem or on the helmet, but just make it a little bit lighter, not a red skin. Just make it a little bit lighter. That's just my take on it. But for a fan base to have, go through almost 100 years of having a name, and yes, it is a derogatory name. I get that. But, it's going to be quite an adjustment. And, to piggyback off of you and Angie's point, if they ever change the Raiders name, man, I don't know what I would do. I mean, it's not, I don't know what I would do.
No, I wouldn't watch football anymore. I mean, or I would become more of a Florida fan, because my buddy that I work with, he's all about Saturday and the Gators, and I'm all about Sunday and the Raiders. But so I would just become more of a college fan, but I wouldn't be an NFL fan because I couldn't find a team. I definitely am not going to root for the local team cannot stand the Succaneers. But they would change. They would have to change their name anyway because they're the next. But G, I'm gonna drop some information on you there. You do realize that A, they would never have a name about the scalpers, and B, it was actually white men that taught the Indians how to scalp.
See, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I brought my ignorance to your show, and you just educated me.
No, it's not ignorance. It's that a lot of people don't know that was that actually the Indians that were renowned for scalping the settlers, they were scalped themselves. It was the white race that brought scalping to the tribes, and not vice versa. So,
wow.
And therein lies the stereotype. So you can look that one up. You can say who scalped who first. And if I'm wrong, I take it back. But in my knowledge of history, white men scalped the Indian tribes, and the Indians picked up on it, which is what gave them a bad name. But it was really the white race that brought it to them.
Wow. That I did not know.
Yeah.
I did not know. Well, that's all I had for today, sir.
No worries.
I'm going to give your other callers a chance to come in. I could have listened to you and Angie all day long, but I'm on the East Coast, so I'm not as young as I used to be. I have to get into bed. But
yeah.
But as always, it's been a pleasure calling into your show. It's been a pleasure listening to your show, and I appreciate you, Captain J.
Oh, no, hey, thanks. Always fine to be with you, Raider G. It's always a pleasure, bud. And obviously, don't be a stranger. And I know that you will watch For Life, Our Raiders story on Sunday, and then you're going to go right into my show as well. So you're going to have back-to-back great content on YouTube for you.
But you know what? I'll say this and I'll let you go. Before I go to Angie's show, and what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to make sure that I take a couple of shots because, when I go from her show to your show, I'm going to get my Raider fix within, a few hours. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. And it's like, it's always a good time over there. Trust me. I mean, they're a fun crew. They're definitely a fun crew.
Yes, they are. And I would recommend anyone who's listening to this show to definitely check out that show. It's real good to just sit, as a Raider fan, to just sit back and just listen to their experience as far as, the Raiders being in Oakland, what it means to be an Oakland Raider and everything. Because, I'm from the East Coast, Captain J, and, I try to go out to Oakland twice a year whenever the Raiders were in Oakland. And I'm telling you, it's a completely different vibe. I mean, I love the Bay Area so much. I was even thinking about becoming an Oakland A's fan, and I'm not even a baseball fan. Just give me an excuse to go out to the Bay Area. So,
well, no, yeah, that's a good thing. And the Pachecos have their awesome tailgate. So if you're going to be a fan, and I'm an A's fan, they're not my favorite American League team. Actually, I like the Rays. I've always liked the Yankees because of my father. And this sounds strange. I like the Orioles because they were the American League team that was closest to Philadelphia when I was growing up. And I know that that's weird. So I have actually 3 American League East teams that are my favorite. And, of course, I love the A's from the swinging A's of 72, Joe Rudy, Sal Bando, Reggie Jackson, Dick Green, Bert Campaneris, Sal Bando, Darren Johnson, Ken Holtzman, Catfish Hunter, Blue Moon Odom, Vita Blue. Let's see here. The catcher. Gene Tennis. So you can tell I didn't just have that list in front of me. So I've been an A's fan from the swinging A's from back when. So I like the A's, and because it probably was because they were in the series each year for 3 straight years when I was growing up as a kid, and other than my Phillies, I followed them. So yeah, the A's are a great team, and plus if you go out there and you have the tailgate that the Pachecos have, and of course Vicky's up there as well, there you go, you'll have a great time.
So they even tailgate for the A's games.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Wow. And you know what, Captain J? I try to support the Atlanta Braves because even though I live here in Atlanta, I'm not a Falcons fan. I'm not a Atlanta Hawks fan. I don't support any other Atlanta teams but the Braves. And I normally just follow baseball within the first few weeks, and then after that, football kicks in, and I'm done with baseball season until, the playoffs or the World Series or whatever. But I'm a huge football fan. That's my thing. But I can easily adopt baseball, and I'm telling you that vibe out in the Bay Area, I could easily become an A's fan. Now that the Raiders aren't there anymore. So.
Well, the Pachecos are telling you to, I said they'll tailgate. In fact, if there's ever a time to go tailgate, and I go back to baseball, what we'll do is we'll coordinate our plans, G, and both of us will go out for an A's game. Hey, make sure though, wow. Angie and Anna, I want a bobblehead. So check the schedules when they do a bobblehead giveaway, because I love to collect bobbleheads. Make it a bobblehead weekend giveaway that the A's are in town, and both G and I will come out there, hopefully.
I will fly out. Man, I'm there. But anyway, hey, Captain J, like I said, always good talking to you. Be safe. Love your show. And I'll catch up with you later, man.
All right. You take care. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Raider G. And again, I was throwing knowledge, man. Like I said, I swear by the moon and the stars up above, or whatever the words are. Look up, if you look up Google, and I'm going to do it now, but I'm pretty sure I would not deliberately scalping history, and it's true. I gotta put my thing up here so I can see it. Cutting or tearing, we were not the first nation in history. Who invented scalping? Let's see here. Well, in Miss American history, as scalping was a vicious and brutal practice invented by Native Americans. This is right off of, there we go. By Native Americans to terrorize early settlers. This is not true, because scalping predated by nearly 2,000 years of world history, the arrival of Europeans in the New World. So basically, it was brought to North America by Europeans, and I'm sure it probably came about maybe in maybe the Romans, maybe the Mesopotamians, maybe the Vandals, the Visigoths, somebody, and I'd have to see who actually did that, but it wasn't the Indians. Okay? It wasn't the Indians. It says here, did the French invent scalping? I don't think so. Although if you go back to the French and Indian War, where actually George Washington started his history of fighting in North America, that's where all of that came. But the French, man, they were some lethal folks back then as well. But yeah, it wasn't the Indians. It was white folk. Just straight up. We're coming close to 11 o'clock, but I'll still get a call. If you want to call in, please do. 813-609-0834. Remember, if you're watching the show, just let it run. Let it run. Let the YouTube flow. Let the minutes go. Come back and get what you missed, because I want to make sure that these hours are positive for everybody, and we're getting some good times in here. And we're actually, I think I saw that I'm up to, I think 22 more people need to come on board before I can give away that Raiders prize pack. And I can't wait to do that. So hopefully we'll have that done pretty soon. Yarg! I haven't done a yarg yet, at least on this show. So I had to get that out of the way. So we'll have that. Again, if you like the idea of the contest of the viewer versus me in a swear non-swear contest, let me know. Put it in the comments, and we'll start that. Maybe we'll let the word get out, tonight. We'll get the word get out on Sunday, and then maybe next Wednesday we'll do it. But again, I want to get into the. I want to make sure that people know that I want to try to do these going back to not swearing, kind of like I did when I was doing my show in Guantanamo. Steve, how you doing, brother? What's going on?
I'm doing good. Life is great, Captain. I tell you what, you just take it one day at a time and glass half full type of guy, and just wake up every morning and thank God that He's giving you another day, and you just go out and try to make a difference in the lives of others, right, Captain?
Amen, man. Amen. And that's for true, man. Hopefully everybody is having, good times out there. We're staying healthy, and we bless as many people as we can.
I know, because you know what? It's I tell you what, it's your podcast, Angela's podcast, For Life. It's a great one. I listened to the interview the other night, and about everybody's fandom and everything. It's just really great and everything, because when I tell people, some people, their season ends when the season ends, but with us, especially being Raider Nation, it's like Bill's Mafia and Cleveland Browns backers, which my uncle's a Cleveland Browns fan, being from Cleveland, of course, and.
Hey, Don Webb, let me give Steve his time, and then Don, I would definitely want to hear from you, Don. But go ahead, Steve, and we'll go over if we have to. Steve, go ahead, and Don, call back in a little bit, hopefully. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, we do this year-round and everything. There is really no off-season for Raider Nation. Would you agree with that, Captain?
Oh, yeah. I mean, football is 365. Because there's always there's the off season, there's training camps, there's free agency, there's the college draft, there's getting ready for the season, there's training camp and mini camp. It's a year-round process. And I mean, in the olden days, let's go back to like maybe the 50s, when baseball players actually had to have quote unquote real jobs in the off season. And also, right. Bob Grant was saying about how he was like an insurance guy when he was playing for the Colts in the late '60s, early '70s. I think he was an insurance agent in the off season because he needed to have income. So right. Now that football players and all athletes pretty much have to maintain their condition year round so that they're not behind the power curve. Okay, right. It is year round because the athletes have to keep training and all the other things. Plus, there is in baseball what they call the hot stove. There's trade things and all the things that go with that. Basketball has the summer league, and even in Olympic years, that the NBA players they'd say, man, I'd go right from the playoffs right to the Olympics, right back to the league. So, I mean. Sports, even in their off season, there's still a lot to talk about anymore, and that's all the sports, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. One of the things that I really enjoyed on your interviews, you were talking about music and everything. Yesterday was Ringo Starr's birthday and everything, and I think they said he was 84 or something. Time sure to fly, but I was going to tell your listeners this is pretty cool. When I was growing up, I was like 5 years old. I was living in Chicago. My dad worked for all the things. Who knows this would go full circle for the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Bureau. He was the representative in Chicago. And so what was really cool is, as you know, the big shows back then was American Bandstand with Dick Clark, and he's from where?
Philly,
right?
Yep.
But he would have his shows and everything, and I would remember listening to radio. But one of the big things back then, I don't know how you're 5 years younger than I am, but the big show was the Ed Sullivan Show. That was your variety show. That was after 6 Caesar show of shows with Carl Reiner and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I remember very vaguely and stuff. Just at the very beginning, the very first band that I ever really did that for me for a little kid was the Beatles. I mean, it's just amazing and stuff. And I remember the first time they were on the Ed Sullivan Show and everything. They played 3 songs, and also I remember is we always had it on and everything. It was like the Carol Burnett Show. It's something that you all got together with your family and you got together and watched the Carol Burnett Show. But anyway, that was back in the day when everybody try to have their meals together with her family and stuff, and you sit down with your parents, and your dad would ask your mom how her day was, and then they'd work their way around the table. You remember those, right?
Yep.
But anyway, that's just the way it was back in the '60s. But I know I'm a history person, but anyway, so the Ed Sullivan Show. I remember the first time the Beatles were on that, and the girls were all screaming, and I was just a 5-year-old kid, and I said, "Hey, Mom, what's going on there?" She said, "Some group called the Beatles," and I thought, "Oh, they're probably a flash in the pan." I was a little kid. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember that, and of course Elvis. But the neat thing about it is that, and this is something I really enjoy. I'm a big fan of the blues. And when you talk to different people, the Beatles, especially the Beatles and stuff, and the Rolling Stones, a lot of the American blues people like Sam Lightning Hopkins, who lived in Houston. Anyway, so they were listening to all the people of the Beatles age and all the Stones. They were all listening to the blues artists that were coming over because they were, the American sailors came over to the port like Liverpool and stuff like that.
Right.
And so they would bring all these great blues artists, like, I don't know, all the great, blues people of the time. So anyway, I know I'm going a roundabout way when I say the story, but the story is that Ringo Starr was his favorite artist was Sam Lightning Hopkins, which is one of the best blues artists of all time. And he was going to move to Houston. He wanted to be in the oil field business and everything, and because he wanted to be close to the scene of the blues scene here in Houston, where Sam's from.
Mm-hmm.
But the deal was, he had all this paperwork and red tape, and it just didn't work out. And then, come to find out, then he goes on with the Beatles, and the rest they say is history. But he was going to move to Houston because he wanted to be a blues artist, like, the Rolling Stones. They were big fans of. What's his name? Bill Morgenfeld. What's his name?
Well, I know Mick was a big fan of Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters, that's his name, Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing and stuff because I know you're a big fan of music and stuff. And would you say, growing up, what was your first big band that really got you? Just like with me, it was the Beatles. Was yours the Beatles, or was it a little bit later than that?
Wow, that's a damn good question. I actually listened to a lot because my mom had a lot of the 45s, and it was a lot of Elvis and the Everly Brothers, and to be honest, I was not an Elvis fan until I got older and I could appreciate him. I liked the Everly Brothers more than I liked the Elvis. I liked the big bands. I actually liked Glenn Miller and Artie Shaw and Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey. I was actually more of a big bands fan growing up as a young. I know I'm weird like that. And then when rock came in, then it was like I kind of got into the 70s rock. So I went from basically being a big band guy into like what would be called classic rock now. So I don't remember exactly who it was, but maybe Yes and Zeppelin and AC/DC were like probably, and still to this day are probably some of my favorites. Obviously, I love the Beatles. I'm more of a Beatles guy than I am a Stones guy, but I don't not dislike the Stones. I'm just more of a Beatles guy.
Yeah, I love the Stones, but I was more of a Beatles guy, and I also was a big fan of Pink Floyd and the Who.
Yeah, definitely. I left out Pink Floyd. Yeah.
What about this, Captain? Now, growing up and everything, my grandparents always used to listen to the Lawrence Welk Show on Saturday night. So you're going to laugh when I say that, but my parents always were really good about trying to keep their albums together. Like Al Hurt, and all these other great people. It was great. And who was big was Marty Robbins. Remember that?
Yeah.
Marty. It's just really cool because, I love football. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Raiders fan until the day they put me in the ground. And then probably in my afterlife, I'll be a Raiders fan. But I just love my music. I love the history of how how everything happened about this and that, and reading and discovering it. I don't know. It's one of the passions that I have in everything. What about you, Captain? What's some of your passions that you like outside of the Raiders? I know the Raiders are a big part of all of our lives, but what do you like to do? Do you like astronomy or things that you really? Some people like to work in a workshop.
Yeah, I'm more of a sports guy. I mean, all sports. I like broadcasting. I like doing the talk of that I do now. This is actually what I love doing. Is because I have a job that is very. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to open the line for other people, but It's just I love sports and I like sports talk and obviously I love music. But I mean, if I was to do anything, this is what I want to do. I've always wanted to be a broadcaster, so that's what I wanted to do. Alexa's on. Okay, Alexa. Alexa, stop. See, I know it's 11 o'clock.
Would you want to be on the print side, the TV, or the radio? I could see you being on the radio, but maybe you want to be more.
Alexa, stop. Yeah, no, I like radio, but it's a dying breed. I could do in order for me to do TV, and I've gone through broadcast school. And again, Steve, I'm gonna do your comment. And I'm gonna go. But thanks again, partner. I appreciate you calling in.
So good health to you and everybody, Captain. And we're always thinking about y'all. And stay safe and stay healthy. And we'll keep our 6 feet and all that. And we'll talk to you soon. And God bless, brother. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, God bless you as well. Thanks again. That's Steve. And Don, if you want to, Don, hopefully we'll call back in. I will give Don a couple minutes. But in getting back with what Steve was saying, this is what I want to do. I've always wanted to do this. I've wanted to do like sports talk. And other than, okay, I admit this, well, I wanted to be an actor. So obviously, music, I'm big into music. I love movies. I think maybe one of these days, whenever I'm not doing something else, I might try to go out and if I'm still, kicking, go. There's a lot of acting production here in Florida. So, and I'm a ham. I admit it. I'm a ham. So I wouldn't mind being an actor. So if there are roles out there for me, great. If not, I'd be a talent. I'll be a talent for somebody as far as the auspices of being in the sports broadcasting industry. I love that, but that's me. Don, are you going to call in? I apologize, Don. Steve didn't quite have his 5 minutes, so. I wanted to make sure he had his 5 minutes. Don, I hope you're doing well. I need to get to. God, I missed. This is. Where is Don? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me get back to. I'm spinning here. I wasn't able to look at all of the comments. Okay, so now I got a spinning thing. Hundreds of scorpions. There we go. Don, Don's there talking scorpions. GFR. I mean, I definitely love GFR. I'm your captain. I'm your captain. And I had that in my tracks before, but I couldn't use it because I had the claimancy laws on Facebook, so I couldn't use it. There we go. See if I got there. Edward Woke Santangelo. Beatles, Zeppelin. Yeah, okay, I'm there. I like to sing too. When it's within my character. Character name was Santana. So if you know Santana's character, then you know Santangelo. I can dig that. I like that. Vicky Orr's gone to bed. Okay, he'll call next time. Okay, thanks, Don. I wanted to make sure. I apologize. My nickname in high school was Taco. I love taco. That's when I'm definitely an eater. So I want to make sure I'm going back on the comments here. So it looks like we're about out, which is fine. And again, I apologize, Don, for not being able to get to you, but hopefully you'll call back. Again, this is the Thursday show, which is You Don't Know Jack About Sports show. I hope you liked it. Please like it up and share it up. And like I said, we're very close to giving away that $850 Raider prize pack. So make sure people know. And like I said, with that other contest, if you think that's a good contest, I thought it was. I don't think I swore tonight. Check me, but I don't think I swore tonight. And since we've established that hell, damn, and ass are not real swear words, then I guess I can do that for sure. Wanting 50. This is a person that walks around tonight. Just tell them to take my picture. I'd never go. What about $15? What is this? But the guy who was walking around wanting pictures, not so, pictures at an A's game. Wow, I've never asked money for pictures. So I won't do it. Naya Rivera, Carey with Santana. Yeah, I hope that Naya's okay. Muddy Waters. Yeah, we did that. We were talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan. Love Stevie Ray Vaughan. May he rest in peace as well. He's probably one of my favorite blues guitarists out there. Now, again, not a big fan of the Scorpions. A's game, money okay, yeah. Ballet, jazz, and tap. Okay. Mike, thanks for the platitudes, and thanks for the obviously. Can't read the comments. I like to dance too, and thanks for the positives. Great night, and rest of the night. Hannah, if you're late already, go on over. I'm sure Bear's doing his show. If you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, and you liked what you saw, please do that as well. And I will be here Sunday. And I said, get the word out. I'll put the word out that if you want to win a bottle of something, it's a cussing contest. If I don't cuss, you win the bottle. If I don't cuss, I win. And most likely it'd probably be for charity. And if you want to play the game, great. And so we'll see. But I think that's pretty cool. And if you insist that you buy me a bottle, then yeah, okay. But it would probably be at the small bottle of Grand Marnier, because the large ones are expensive. So that's the way that is. Oh, are we out of music already? Wow, we are. I think we are. Oh no, Bludgeonator's still on. I just wanted to be sure. Again, we will see everybody here on Sunday. Take care. Go to the Bear Show. I will be over there in just a minute. Your Raider Nation, have a great tomorrow, Friday, start of the weekend. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you over with the Bear. Yarr.